So I heard you saw Thor. I heard through those Instagram grapevine streets things.
I wish I didn't.
Real? It was that bad? You thought it was that bad?
Bro, it was so like it was cringe. Damn. It was cringe. Like it was to the point where I'm like, all right, man, like you don't gotta throw this much funny shit in here. And that's what you said. That's what you said you didn't want. And I was on shit like, nah, man, I think it's gonna be like a little mixture, it wasn't even a mixture, bro.
It was straight.
It was just a comedy.
See, because I heard like afterwards, Taika was doing the press run and everything, and he was like, "Yeah, I just heard what all the fans said that they wanted, and I just did the opposite." And I'm like,
"You fucking idiot!"
That's like fucking what's his face, the guy that did Last Jedi, Ryan Johnson shit. That's literally what he said. What he said as well, and why the whole fan base literally hates that nigga in Star Wars.
See, so why the fuck did he do that?
Because these directors like Taika, I don't think they necessarily fit in the MCU.
Oh man, see,
which is weird because I thought Ragnarok was pretty good.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like a good mix of the comedy and the seriousness.
Exactly.
And Taika can do seriousness. Like I just watched. Well, actually, Hunt for the Wilder People is a bad example, but he could do because I people were shitting on him. Like when you already know when comic book fans don't like something from a fucking director, that director's now garbage. So I was like, he's not garbage. I've only seen like What We Do in the Shadows from him, and I love that because he gets my humor basically. But
okay.
I saw Hunt for the Wilder People that had the kid from Deadpool 2 in it.
Okay.
And Sam Neill,
Jurassic
Park, and it was fucking amazing. Like it was a really good film, but comedic stuff in it, but mixed in with seriousness. But
okay,
I could definitely like see why Taika wouldn't be a fit. But like I said, he did Thor Ragnarok, so it was like
exactly.
That's where I'm kind of like weird. Like, why did you do just go straight comedy with it? But then on top of that, I'm looking at it from the perspective of like, the MCU really doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room for directors to kind of like shine. Like for example, Doctor Strange 2, right?
Yeah.
You saw Raimi-isms in there, but Raimi couldn't go full Raimi like he did, even with like Spider-Man, you feel me? Like he wasn't allowed to do that necessarily because like you can't do that type of shit. Just like, for example, She-Hulk. I was kind of surprised that they have her breaking the fourth wall, and that which we're going to get to and talk about that.
Right.
I was kind of surprised that they're going to have her breaking the fourth wall because for the most part, the MCU is these like, imagine like Captain America outside your window. Like it's supposed to be as close to the real world as you can get because like again, this universe has fucking talking trees and
all that shit. Right.
So, but for the most part, especially the early MCU was very much like outside your, like Tony Stark could exist in the real world.
Right.
You could imagine Steve Rogers or the Incredible Hulk. You feel me? Like so, but I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have to try and find that balance because that's what everybody's been complaining about with the comedy in Marvel right now, and I can kind of see why. Like She-Hulk, for example, is another thing. Like they like with the Hulk, they think the Hulk has just been completely neutered in the MCU.
He has.
I don't, but I like it though.
I do not.
And the reason why I like it is because we've had the Incredible Hulk. We've had him tearing shit up in all these Avengers films. Now we get to see a different perspective of it, like exploring that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde dynamic that is the Incredible Hulk.
Oh,
so
fuck him.
But I think you're about to see if the storyline with the Hulk is going where I think it's going, I think you're about to see some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah.
I think you're about to see some crazy shit. People keep talking about World War Hulk, right?
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
And they see, oh, wait till you see him go World Breaker Hulk. I'm like, fuck that. That don't got shit on Heart of the Monster Hulk, bro. This takes place after World War Hulk happened. And this nigga fucked all these niggas up, type shit, blah, blah, blah. All this shit happened, right?
Yeah.
I forget whether it was the Illuminati or who did it. They excommunicated him to the realm of Dormammu, right?
Yeah.
This nigga got so powerful, he started killing the gods in Dormammu's universe, and it got so bad he hit up Doctor Strange like, "Yo, you gotta go get this nigga out of our universe, bro. He's killing everything. Like, he's fighting and killing everything."
I remember you talking about that.
Yes, and like I know they're not going to do that, but it's like if it's just the possibilities there because it's like, oh my god, that version of Hulk is so base, bro.
Now that you said that, and it kind of brings me back to Thor. Yeah, I'll take it. But it brings me back to Thor because, like, fucking what's his name? Gore.
Yes.
Bro. He was the best part of the movie.
I heard that. I knew they were going to neuter him though, so I was going to be prepared for that.
Bro. At the same time, like we didn't see him like kill a whole bunch of gods. Mm-hmm. Like they only put it like on the screen
of who he killed.
Yeah, it was like they looked up on the screen and then gods were hanging like he choked them, and on this one everybody was laid out.
Spoiler alert too. I mean,
spoiler
been out
alert.
for a while, so
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you, you know what I'm saying. Everybody was dead and shit. They was like, oh, he's killing everybody. Show that shit. Why are we only seeing dead bodies?
Exactly. And it's like, honestly, to be real with you, now that it's come out and I'm hearing all this, maybe Gore should have been an Avengers level threat.
He should have.
Because I'll say this, we'll kind of start touching on the Comic-Con stuff on the Marvel side. Mm-hmm. I think they're blowing their load a little bit too fast. Oof. I really think they are, because they're doing Secret Wars, right? Kang War is fine to me. That's fine.
Right.
But Secret Wars, you haven't even set up Doom yet. And it's like, we'll see. I mean, I'm hearing rumors about him possibly in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Which, if they're pulling some of the Doom War stuff, it's going to be amazing. But and Namor looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
You see him when he was strutting out the water and shit.
God,
he was like, oh shit. But yeah. So I'm like, Gore possibly could have been in an Avengers film. So like, they set him up in Love and Thunder, and then carry it on to the Avengers film. Because like, one of the things I loved about Gore's character so much is how he's very much like an atheist voice, right?
Right.
Like that was what his voice was in the comics, and it got to the point where like you know how like people, you've probably heard me say this, like atheists are so anti-God that they've made atheism essentially their fucking religion.
Yeah,
that's what Gore is in the comic books, because he becomes so so obsessed with killing gods that he accumulates so much power that he becomes the god of hypocrisy. Literally, he becomes the god of hypocrisy in the comics, and it's fucking beautiful. And but another scene I liked from the comics was when he captured young Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Did they explore that in the film at all? Like Thor being young, interacting with Gore, or did he meet Gore for the first time, like now, in the present?
When they first had their fight, they had a scene where they were fighting for the first time. I think I went to the bathroom. So I don't think that they touched on that. I don't remember. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't remember that. Because
in the comics... So in the comics, the way it happens is you see Thor from 3 different timelines, like fight Gore. Basically, you see young Thor in like the present as Thor with the Avengers, and then you see like Odin Force Thor, like Thor, like damn near the end of the universe type shit. Like Earth has been destroyed for like 1,000,000 years or some shit. And he's like old. I think he has like 2 daughters too. His daughters are fucking hot in the comic books, the way they draw them too.
Yo, you're funny.
But I'm like, yo, the young Thor. He was rolling around with the Vikings and shit. Like they was running around like fighting different niggas and shit like that, whatever. And they stumbled upon this Native American god with his like head decapitated, like floating in a river type shit. And like Thor was like, oh, if this, whatever killed a god, like we got to go see about this. So tonight I'm going to lay with your women and drink your mead, and tomorrow we go on the hunt. Yeah, because that's what they do. But
drink his what?
Mead.
Oh.
That's like a type of alcohol or something. Yeah. So then the next day they go out. He stumbles across another god that Gore specifically let live, so he could tell Thor like, "I'm going to kill you" type shit. So him and Thor and Gore end up fighting and shit. But this is when he was young. This is when he was younger. Before he had Yarnborn at that point, the axe at that point. But this nigga Gore literally was like, I tortured the god of torture. And by the time I was done with him, he turned over his wife and children, or his wives and children. Damn. By the time I was done with him, bro. Yeah. Like Gore was like hardcore in the comics, bro. He was not playing with niggas, bro.
Yeah, he was not. They had him kidnap children to fucking...
But then I heard his reasoning like was to get his daughter back, which...
Yes.
I can see, I don't know. Because Gore is an unrelenting figure in the comic. Because also... So did they ever touch on like where he's from like his people are like super religious, and basically they excommunicated him they banished him from the planet because he spoke against the gods when he found out they were real. But since they were real, they also didn't care and didn't do anything to help their people.
A little bit.
Because that was the whole thing with Gore. His people also banished him, so his family died from like starvation. They didn't get killed by a god or anything like that. They literally just died because their planet was in like a famine and they died of starvation. And like Gore was like, why would the gods forsake us like this? And then one day he was like out on a walk and he stumbled across the symbiote god.
Was he like real big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the movie?
Yeah.
So they confirmed Noel? He's the symbiote god.
He was big as shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has the necro sword. So in the comics,
yeah, they did.
Yeah,
that's how the movie came on.
Okay, because in the comics, Noel was this figure. He was kind of like the Dark Elves from the first Thor film.
Yeah,
and basically, when the Celestials were like carrying out Eternity's will to like create these new galaxies and universes and shit, when they were bringing light to the universe, they found this nigga Noel. Basically, like they rolled up on some nigga's crib. They was like, oh, somebody actually lives here? Well, too bad, you're going to have to leave. Noel was like, fuck that shit. And built the Necro Sword and basically like decapitated a Celestial. And that's how you get Nowhere from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Because Noel decapitated that god, or Celestial.
Damn.
So that's why they were probably there in the Hall of Gods or whatever.
Okay.
Because like Nowhere exists in the film universe. We know.
Yeah.
So, but all right. So that means they possibly could be leading to like Venom stuff, which I don't know how Marvel's feeling about that.
Right.
Like Sony, I don't trust Sony. So
Me neither. Me neither.
It's Morbin time. I still haven't seen Morbius yet, bro.
He said that in the movie?
I don't think so, but people be saying that like clowning. Like it's like a thing on the internet where they like Morbius is the best comic book film ever, but niggas be trolling when they say it. Like it's like a meme basically. It is.
That movie, I couldn't even finish that shit, bro.
I was kind of looking forward to it. I was like, all right, Tyrese finally got a superhero movie. Man, I'll be rooting for Tyrese, bro. I'll be rooting for him.
Yeah.
He fucking up though.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So I definitely get your gripes. I like I said, I know what happens in the film, but I would have to sit down and actually watch it to see the tonal things and everything. But
I don't know. You might like it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Cause like, look, it's Taika Waititi, bro.
You might like it.
Two people that really get my humor: James Gunn and Taika Waititi,
bro. Let me tell you, I was annoyed watching the movie, bro, because they had the two goats.
Oh yeah,
bro. They was making this crazy noise. Anytime they would come on scene, they would make a crazy noise. I can't even describe how it is, but when they first come on, it's funny as shit, bro. It's funny.
But then he keeps going back to the joke,
bro. No, it's not even that they keep going back to the joke. It's the goats lead him. So they're always on screen now. So they're always making a noise. It was funny at first, but then it started getting on my nerves. Okay. Maybe it was me because everybody in my fucking theater thought it was the funniest shit in the world. But that shit.
How'd you feel about Jane Foster? I heard her storyline was good.
Yeah.
See that, and so was there any type of seriousness with that?
Yeah.
Because that was like, how are y'all gonna do this story in one movie? I was like, this is kind of weird. Like,
yeah, she had cancer.
Yeah. That's storyline from the comics. But the thing with that is though, like on top of her having cancer, every time she transforms, the enchantment of Thor purges the chemotherapy out of her system.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that in the movie too. Okay, cool. Because that's one thing where I was like, you kind of have to do that with Jane Foster. Yeah, that's the whole point of her character. And I saw that she died too, but they basically confirmed. So Moon Knight kind of set that shit up with the Afterlife and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Did
you watch Moon Knight?
No, I didn't. But
because they was like, whenever you die, whatever religion or faith or whatever you believe in, you go to the afterlife of that. So that's why when the Black Panthers died, they go to the afterlife of the what is it? They actually referenced it in Moon Knight too. The ancestral plane. Yeah. And then like they go to Valhalla. Yeah. All that shit. So I heard my man Idris was in that just.
Yeah.
That's honestly why he came back, because he was fed up with Marvel. I don't know if you knew that. He was like really, he didn't want to come back for the second Thor movie because he was like, y'all underused my character. Like the shooting schedule is hectic. Like I don't want to do this anymore. But he kind of got reinvigorated in that Russo brothers era. Like,
Yeah.
'cause he wasn't supposed to be in Infinity War, but they asked him and he came back. So
Wow.
yeah,
Damn. Man.
and apparently they like working with Taika. He enjoyed working with Taika Waititi because he's a hot director out right now. Like he's a solid director.
Mm-hmm.
I just think if you're not passionate about this franchise anymore, leave it. I'd rather you leave than make garbage.
I feel that. So like now that we're talking about it, I feel like you definitely might, and you'll enjoy it. You won't say that it's garbage, but
I'll be like, all right, it's cool.
Yeah, just that. But you'll have your issues with it.
But I'm loving Shield.
All I wanna do is count racks. I be chillin' in the cut just like an ex. Getting lifted with my niggas smoking wax. Stacking up, I'm tryna go shop out in France too. Tell these lame niggas get they cash up. Yeah, I'm speeding in a fast truck. Yes, foreign, I don't really need no backup. Do it by myself, yeah, I'm turned from this honey that I'm pouring.